All right, everybody, welcome once again. This is Lakeisha McKnight. I want to say welcome to each person. There may be some individuals who are listening on the podcast because we have the podcast platform open as well. So welcome to each and every one of you on the podcast, Leadership TKO Night Show podcast, as well as those of you who are on the telephone line for this very special call. This is the International Sisters Night Out information call. We're actually doing this during the time that we normally have our TKO Global Reality Show. We just don't have an interviewee, okay, for this Thursday. We're really booked up from August onward, but for the month of July, we have a little teeny break. I say it's a teeny break. But again, welcome to each and every one of you here. Now, if you are new to the podcast or new to the campaign overall, I do want to invite you to visit the website to learn more first and foremost about Leadership TKO and the brand itself and what we do. So I do invite you to visit www.leadershiptko.com to learn more. I can tell you that with Leadership TKO, there are several subdivisions, and one of the subdivisions is Leadership TKO for Women, okay? And the fuel behind Leadership TKO for Women that really pushes it forward is the campaign that most of you are connected to, and that's the Born to Lead Global Women's Leadership Campaign. All right, so we had that campaign going, and it's really like trying to go full throttle. And I said a key word is trying. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about the campaign in just a few moments, but I know our focus tonight is to really talk about the Sisters Night Out. Now, let me tell you, the Sisters Night Out can really remedy many concerns that we face. Okay, because this is the reason why we're holding this type of call and talking about potentially doing an event that's going to bring us together, because it can actually break a lot of concerns that we face as women, whether it be concerns of loneliness, depression, concerns of, just not having support or accountability. These are some things that an event such as this can help with. Having a Sisters Night Out. And I just want to provide information tonight to share with you what we're looking at doing and to let you know what's in the process right now. Where are we in the process of making this happen? So let me go to my notes, because we did have an information call. We spoke about it once before, earlier this week, I think it was Sunday. And we are about to just kind of review some of those things that we talked about Sunday, and then let you know the update as far as where we are today. So what we talked about was that the active members or official members, let me just put it this way, official members, those of you who went to the website and you registered, meaning that you went to borntolead2017.com, for those who did that, you are now being divided into temporary groups for the sake of events that we're holding, okay, in the different states or countries that you're a part of. So many of you, some of you are from South Africa, and many of you, of course, are from the United States. So you all are being separated temporarily, though, okay, for the sake of being productive with our events. You're being placed in separate groups by state. So you're going to see something like B2L Virginia or B2L Arizona, okay? That just stands for Born to Lead, okay, for the campaign. And we're doing this because what we're doing eventually, too, is going to help us to see if any leaders would like to step up to become ambassadors for that state if we see that there is no ambassador there. So it also helps out in that regard, okay? It helps for leaders to rise up, to want to be a voice for the women in their state. And it helps us to be productive when it comes to hosting events, because we definitely want to make sure that we know how many women is in what state that's connected to the campaign. So this will just make sense. Now, we started to do it. We're still in the process of bringing everybody in the group. So everyone they're not in the groups just yet. Not everyone. I think we have a total of about 400 official members compared to the 1,500 women that's in the group. I know, that's a big difference. We want everybody to be official, meaning that we want everybody to go to that website, but unfortunately, everyone has not decided, okay, let me go and make it official. They're in the group, but whether they're all official members, that's the question. Okay, that's the question. Now, I am going to be in the process of messaging a lot of people in the group to see where they are and if they want to be an official member, encouraging them to provide their details because we can actually register or they can go and register themselves. It just makes sense for them to register themselves if they're truly interested in the campaign. Okay? So that's what we're doing right now. We're dividing everyone into their separate states or countries. All right. And what we were talking about on Sunday is that this event is going to be consisting of a moment of pampering, which is like a mani, pedi, or facial, or a combination of the three, if that's what you so choose to do, and dinner. Okay. So we're going to go get dinner afterwards because we don't want, of course, to do dinner and then try to do pampering. And then, of course, we're tired after eating dinner. Unfortunately, some people, you'll get tired. Okay. Depending on what it is that you eat. I'm trying to avoid saying the big I word. No, some of you know what I'm about to try to say, but I'm not going to say it. All right, so we have a tentative date. And this is tentative because we're still dividing people into their groups. So if we find that we might have to extend this date out, we'll let you know because we want box at this point. If you're not, please look it up, research, but it's just a way to store your stuff online. It's like a cloud-based type of program, okay, where you can access your material away from home. You don't have to be home to access it. You can access your Dropbox account from anywhere. Okay, so you would upload your video and upload your photos to Dropbox, and then you would just send me the download link via email. You can do it via email. I think that would be the most appropriate, so we don't have a whole lot of inbox messages. So you would send it to me via email. And now all these things, all these steps, we're going to discuss it more specifically now in your groups. So please don't worry. All right. Now, as far as like the actual date and time selection, now, when it comes to that, I don't want to have to go to every single group and focus on that. I'm going to make sure that you get like a PDF or something like that, whereby you can just kind of open the document and read it. We don't want to do like 50 million different types of meetings, because then I won't have time for anything else. All right. So I'm going to make sure it's all on a document, and the document is uploaded into your groups. That's going to be most time efficient for me. Okay. But don't worry, I'm going to let you know what the next steps are. What we're looking at, though, right now is Saturday, July 29th from 3 to 7. But we're working diligently to get everyone who is an official member inside of the groups. We will keep you informed if we need to change the date. Okay, we will keep you informed. All right, so I'm going to pause. I'm going to see if any of you have questions. Does anyone have questions so far? I'm going to go to, let me see here. I'm just looking at Facebook to see if we do have anyone that posted. And Brandy, I do see that you try to let me know that you can hear me okay, so I appreciate that. All right. Any questions, ladies? I'm checking to make sure we are good. All right. I'm trying to read your comments too. Of course, my connection is real slow tonight. Let's see if I can get. I saw someone's comment. Have 8 that has been ordered, so we need 12 more. Hold on, guys. Okay, since I am in, so Sandra, I did see your comment. You said, since I am in the 757, is that my group? Sandra, you're going to be added to the BTL Virginia group. So if you're not in there just yet, you will be added there. So don't worry. We got you. All right. Hold Hopefully, Katina, hopefully I answered your question about is the 29th of July set in stone. It pretty much is, because I would hate to have to push this event all the way to the close to the end of August, because then we're going to be a little antsy and we're like, oh my gosh, we got to wait till the end of the month of August to get there. So that's why we're like, and we might keep it. Okay. We don't want to keep juggling dates. And I did see, Katina, that you said you're going to be ordering your shirt tomorrow as well. So I appreciate that also. Thank you so much. All right. Any other questions, ladies? Since I'm reading some questions along the way. Let me make sure there's no questions on the platform. All right. So this is where we are in the process of things. Okay. This is where we are in the process of things. Now, if anything is to change, of course, you're going to be notified. Any major issues or major changes, of course, we're going to call a meeting. I think a central focus, like one central meeting instead of multiple meetings. We don't want that. That's just too much. Okay. We know gradually with the ambassadors, you all will probably be taking the lead in this. I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint, ladies. Something that's been on the back of my mind. I'm not going to, again, give all the details. Okay. But I am going to share this right now. Okay. I will let you know what's been on my mind. What's been on my mind is starting a leadership association for women. So I know this is like beyond me. Okay. Whenever you get an idea like this, it has to be like God, because I'm sitting here like, what, how, what, yeah, like that. So I'm just letting you know what's been on my mind. Details and such, to give you all the details, I'll probably be sitting here racking my brain. I do see a couple of your questions and concerns. I think Sandra mentioned a concern about the 29th, and then somebody else also mentioned, like I said, again, ladies, if we have to change the date, I'll let you know, simply because what's today's date? Today is the 20th, right? 20th or 21st? Let me make sure I'm right. Today's the 20th. All right, yeah. Today is the 20th, so of course that would mean that we have another 9 days to go or so in order to make this work, in order to make this happen. So again, it's tentative. I will probably let you know because tomorrow is Friday. So the goal is we have to really have everybody in the groups by Saturday. So if everyone is not in their groups by Saturday night, then we may need to give it more time. So what we'll probably do, here's the deal, ladies. Write it in your schedule. Go ahead and put it in your schedule. 7:00 on Sunday, we're going to come back together and we're going to confirm even more details. Okay. We're going to finalize the date on Sunday. And then also everyone should be in their groups by then as well. Okay. So go ahead and mark it in your calendars, ladies. That's Sunday. Okay, Sunday at 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to come together and we're going to have yet another meeting. I'm going to create a Facebook event around it so that you'll be able to confirm, and it's going to be, you'll get the notification on Facebook. Okay. Official. Give them a gentle nudge, and request for them to become an official member of the campaign. Okay. I know that, of course, our goal is to reach 10,000 women with this campaign, but I'm willing to work. I'm going for the ride, and I'm allowing God to take the lead on this. Of course, my heart and the number given was 10,000. I'm not going to give up on the 10,000, but at the same time, I'm not going to give up on the 500 or 600 women who are official. Okay, I'm going to definitely work with those who are quality members. I hate to put it that way, but quality members and who are willing to take action and do what's necessary. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to focus on that rather than trying to focus on the number so much. It's good to have a goal, but I definitely want to put a little bit more energy into those of you who are active and those of you who are official. Okay? So that is the update. Sunday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when we're coming back together again. Those of you on the podcast, if you're listening via podcast, you want to become an official member. Again, this is how you do it. You go to www.borntolead2017.com, and then you complete the questionnaire and you hit the submit button. It's going to take you to the Facebook group and you request to join the group. At that point, we will let you in and you will be an official member. Okay, you will be an official member of the campaign. And at that point, we will let you know. We will let you know what the next step should be since you are now a member of the campaign. So hopefully, Nadia, I have let you know. When you complete that questionnaire and you submit it and you join the group, this is the key. You're official when you fill out the questionnaire. It does make you official. But we want to get to know. Okay, so that's how you become official. Any other questions? I definitely do not want to leave anyone with a question mark or with a kind of a light bulb moment. I want to make sure everyone is clear. All minds are clear. Anyone else have a question? Going once, going twice? And those on the podcast, if you have questions about the campaign, feel free, of course, to post your question in the comments area. That way I can always go back and respond to your questions. All right. So again, I thank each and every one of you for being here tonight for this information session. I was about to say live stream. This information session. We're going to be back here tomorrow night at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the podcast. Remember that? The podcast, we're going to be here tomorrow at 9. But I appreciate each and every one of you. And remember, of course, until tomorrow, I do encourage you to think, to speak, and to live leadership. Good night.